There's a lot that's confusing about the Cambridge Analytica Facebook story. But at the heart of it is a really simple motivation. Political campaigns want to advertise to voters in the most efficient way possible. That means they want to find voters at times when they're paying attention and show them an ad that engages them. Sometimes they use TV. President Trump's campaign reportedly targeted The Walking Dead with TV ads because they thought a lot of people who were scared about immigration watched that show. More and more these days, campaigns use the internet for their targeted advertising because almost everything you do on the internet is tracked, which allows people who want to influence you to get really specific in their targeting. That's what's behind this whole Facebook Cambridge Analytica mess. Facebook offers advertisers a convenient way to find people in very specific categories based on what they do on Facebook. Cambridge Analytica got some of that Facebook data and offered to use it for campaigns to do even more specific targeting. Several Republican campaigns took them up on the offer. The issue is the way Cambridge got the data. It got a hold of information from hundreds of thousands of Facebook users who signed up for an app that didn't reveal the data would be used for political purposes. But the rest of it, what they used that data to do, that's the way campaigns work. Tom Bonnier is the CEO of TargetSmart, a firm that does a lot of the targeting work for Democratic campaigns and progressive organizations. And we talked today about what campaigns do quite legally with all the Easter eggs you leave all over the place.
We're taking a lot of data from, like I said, publicly available sources, commercially available sources, and we're throwing it all together. Most of it is frankly useless. If we're talking about maybe 1,500 different data points on an individual, we allow the computers to build algorithms that will say, look, this specific data point, whether or not you are someone who likes to go on cruise ships, is predictive of who you're going to support for president.
How many voters do you have data for?
So there are...
How many Americans, I should say. How many people do you have data for?
265 million. About 265 million. About 200 million of those are registered voters.
Do you know who my friends are on Facebook?
No.
Do you know what websites I go to?
No.
Do you know what purchases I make, sort of like on a day-to-day basis?
I don't.
Do you know what I watch on TV?
No.
Do you know who I call on the phone?
I don't.
Do you know who's in my phone?
I don't. In your case, we have your cell phone number. We know which elections you voted in the past. We know that you voted early in the 2016 election, as many Americans did. Mm-hmm. It's a great idea in avoiding the lines.
Reporter on the road, you never have home for election day.
So at this level, you can see some basic top-line information. Our data set believes that you're an African American.
Okay. I have not done Ancestry.com, but I'm pretty sure I'm not.
Sitting across from you, I think it's fairly safe to say that you're not.
Okay.
And so why is that? It's because that's not information that you provide when you register to vote. It is not something that a commercial company is going to collect on you. And we have your name, and we have the area you live in, the block that you live in specifically. And so the area that you live in, at least at the time of the last census, which is now getting a bit old, was a majority African-American area. So that actually drives a lot of the other things that we know about you. Our partisan model says that there's a 93.7% chance that you self-identify as a Democrat. Now, I can tell you that's entirely because the file believes that you're an African-American. African-American man living in Washington, D.C. is overwhelmingly likely to self-identify as a Democrat. Now that I'm sitting across from you, I'd look at that and say, well, that model probably should be somewhere closer to 50-50.
What people are concerned about is they feel like everything that they're liking and clicking on Facebook, that like all these campaigns know about it.
Now, Facebook, they know who you are, and if you go to them and say you want to speak with certain types of voters, they'll facilitate that communication, but they're not going to tell you who they are. We have a good sense of who we need to talk to. And then they can say, look, Facebook, these are the million voters that we want to talk to. We know why. We don't care what they like or anything. We just want to put our ads in front of them. And that's what a lot of campaigns are doing.